everybody. Hi, hi.
Hello, welcome.
Welcome. At this point, I think this channel is almost collectively mine and yours instead. We do so many things together, I swear. And we also plan to make like a reaction thing for you guys. That's gonna be on Grimm channel because my PC is probably not gonna survive that thing. But yeah, hello everybody. As you know, this is Grimm. We like to collab or mainly chatting / drinking sometimes together. But yeah, today we're gonna talk about Demon Slayer, and because we kinda end up on tangents, as you all know, I put the thing like anime and manga because I know some stuff of the manga like far off of the future, technically the final, so I may say them by mistake. Technically the episodes that I had seen are the first 13 episodes from the anime. But yeah, how are you guys doing today? I am doing fine. I had the weirdest sleeping, non-sleeping schedule, but are we surprised?
As per usual.
Yeah. How are you, Grimm? Since it's morning for you, the proper time to wake up, but not 7 p.m. Jesus.
Proper. Oh god.
Did you sleep?
I had a tough time waking up just because of the fact that I had Benadryl before I went to bed.
Oh.
So, anytime I have any like sort of sleep assist medication, it
knocks you out?
It knocks me out, and I have a hard time waking up in the morning.
Yeah.
Just because of the fact that it feels like I'm a tin man without any oil.
Oh god. I did kind of the opposite, where I was reading and watching stuff. Like I literally read 35 chapters of manga last, I would say night, but it was actually day for me. So I wanted to fall asleep after that and be ready for the collab. But what happened is that I was so tired that I couldn't sleep. So I was staring at nothing for like 1 hour or something, and I didn't have battery in my phone, so I couldn't like listen to something. I developed the habit of listening to like, you know, kind of sleep aid type ASMR stuff. Because I either that or music, but music distracts me too much because I start to like hum and stuff. Especially when it's very bright in my room, I can't fall asleep in other way anyways, so I'm like, hey da. But yeah, I actually slept enough, it's just that I slept in a very weird way. And the other thing is that thanks to Grimm agreeing to my shenanigans as always, I'm going to throw that. Like that's why I asked from Grimm for his character design since he's working on it. But yeah, I am gonna draw something. It's gonna take a while because I'm slow with drawing, but I want to draw a meme out of what we do because we're like literally walking meme at this point.
Yes, always.
Yeah, but since I watch Demon Slayer so slow because I watch and read shit ton of other stuff, we decided to make it like a series. And in general, we couldn't, even if I finished like one first season, there are 2 more movies, so kinda could have ended up a series anyways, just not directly labeled as such.
And plus, like, if season 1 has so much jam packed in it.
Yeah.
But like the even just the first 12 episodes has so many like mini arcs.
Yeah, so many mini arcs, and that's one of the great things in Demon Slayer, in my opinion, where a lot happens but doesn't feel rushed. You know, like it feels properly spaced out, even though when you think about it, like literally we passed 2 years, probably 2 years and a half at this point, with since he's moving like around to go to from one place to another, you know. So it's different. Also, something that my small brain realized today when I was watching episode 13 was like, most of these people are children, like teens, and I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
it's not like I didn't process it. Most of shonen protagonists and like characters are teens with one or like small group of adults, depending on how big the series is. You know, for example, Naruto has a bunch of adults that fucked up the whole story. That's why their kids are so, you know, I'm not gonna tell my children and like about all this stuff, so now they have to suffer the same thing. Oh yeah, I'm very good adult. Yay, God. But yeah, it's most are actually like below 18. I don't know how old the like Q is, and obviously Hashira and the people there are gonna be. Some of them are like adults, and their apprentices, obviously kids, like teens. But like, okay. I don't know why it didn't process in my head that they're kids.
I think some. What?
I disappeared for a sec. What the hell? What you're checking?
Checking the age, and most of them are like 18 to 20, I think. There's some.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how old Tanjiro was when the whole thing started, but then we had 2 years time skip, so he's at least 16. I think. He looked like 13, 14 to me at the beginning of the story, but I may be mistaken.
Oh, the oldest Hashira is 26.
Yeah, they're not very old.
No. And they're expected to die young.
I mean, talking about kinda relatable to my actual lore, people die below 35. Where I'm from, yo. Oh god. Unintentionally lore colliding. But yeah, so Grimm actually watched like Demon Slayer in full, and I don't. Did you start watching it when it was airing, or you just binge it at some point?
I have been watching it since it's been airing.
Okay, I don't know why I never like started it when it was airing. You currently see how I am when I'm like in period where I'm very much hyper for anime, and I just watch and read a bunch of stuff. But then I have big gaps of time where I don't do anything. And I probably just like put it at something that I'm gonna watch someday, because like you obviously can't tell when something's gonna be good. Like a bit like the Mashli anime that like I saw the manga, I was like, oh yeah, that thing is gonna become anime at some point, because you know the synopses are fun. It's like poking fun on all the tropes. There is magic, like Harry Potter stuff. It was kinda obvious. So, you know. But I don't know why I actually didn't start with it, and I'm kinda happy I didn't, because now I have time to watch things semi-slowly, you know. And then it's gonna start the new season when I can watch with everybody else. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and sadly, like the rest of the anime, it's 2 major arcs per full season. Usually.
Wait, so that means that because I saw that they're adapted, like they need to adapt 4 more, which means that there's gonna be like probably gonna be 2 seasons and 1 movie more, if we go with the way things like kind of run.
Well,
or
if
just 2 seasons.
if we continue how things are going, it's gonna be there's probably gonna either be the season and the movie is gonna be half of that season.
Yeah.
Because the unfortunate thing that I kind of dislike, and I mean, I kind of like how they so they do the movies, and then they, at least for the first movie, they did the movie, and then they did the episode, then they did the season.
The same thing?
Kinda. Pretty much. It's the
Yeah,
same thing, but they kind of expanded on it a little bit.
yeah. I mean, I don't mind when shows do that. It depends like on the way you want to watch it. There is one anime I was recently checking. Um, it's kind of similar
Really.
to Evangelion slash Code Geass, uh, and it basically has like 24 or
Hold on one sec. What's going
26.
on?
Is everything there?
Am I robotic to you or no? What's going on?
No,
Why is my internet?
oh,
My internet?
everything is fine on my side.
Okay, because you're going robotic on me for some reason.
Oh, oh,
Okay,
weird.
should be good now though.
Weird. Discord is probably making some because I hear you clear, like you don't even stutter. It's actually surprising. um,
Alright. I'm just gonna pause that video then. Alright.
okay.
Hopefully that helps. Because I did have your stream up and going, but
Uh, I hope it doesn't. It doesn't. Um, do you want me to connect and disconnect to see if you?
no. No, it's good. It sounds like it's good now.
Okay.
So.
It's probably like when we watch stuff where sometimes videos just glitch out of nowhere for no particular reason. But yeah, as I was saying, there is like a mega series that's like 24 or 26 episodes. I don't remember, and or even more. I know it's kind of big, but it basically is split up. Either you can watch the episodes like series, or you can watch 6 separate movies. So they do that sometimes. It depends. I think that I'm just gonna watch both because I'm like more Demon Slayer. Don't mind.
And you're gonna once you're done with season 1, you're gonna meet everyone's favorite character.
The one that dies.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I assume so. I assume so. The thing is for chat, the thing is I know like some major and not so major spoilers is just because I like it so much that I had checked stuff, but at the same time it didn't spoil me to the point where I'm annoyed. It's like I don't like to hear spoilers that are like detailed, but I don't mind if I know about something big since technically I know how the manga ends. My brain is in the wave of like, I like to theorize how the fuck we end up doing that point. But yeah, I started watching it like, what? It was around the time when I actually got more into anime again. Like, it wasn't directly when I started Midnight Coffee Talks because Midnight Coffee Talks made me start being anime mode again. Like, I didn't mind watching anime in general. That's why I made it as a series, but wasn't like on the mood for watching only anime. I was like, yeah, we have 1 or 2 series that I have to check per week, so for the collabs. But then I started to find stuff that I really like. I'm like, And basically, I think I watched the first 3 episodes or so of Demon Slayer, and then maybe even only 2, and then like binged the rest till episode 13 that I watched today. And the reason I didn't watch more even though I wanted is because my brain functions in the logic of, you like that a lot, prolong it as much as you can.
Yeah.
Which is like, and also I really like watching reactions of people. That's I really like watching anime with people. Currently the only person that I torture with watching anime with me is Grimm, because at this point,
Hold on.
like,
It went really robotic again. What the heck?
if you want, I can just restart. I can close the call and open it to see if we can't fix it for longer time.
Okay.
Okay. Chat, we're gonna disappear just for a second, and we're gonna go back. Okay, I'm gonna wait for a bit. Hopefully Discord is fixing itself. Maybe it's because of Wi-Fi, but my Wi-Fi is okay. Let's start again. Hello.
Hopefully that fixes it.
Hopefully. Gonj. I think it's probably either my or your site Wi-Fi or internet in general is a bitch. Because you know, but if it was my site, probably you would have like been kind of iffy. But you aren't. I hear you perfectly when you speak. Weird.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just my PC or what, but
Yeah,
it'll be fine. We'll
Discord
get through it.
in general sometimes is just not very cooperative, like this weird stuff. So also
This is true.
if it hasn't like updated, maybe something like that, because sometimes my full like chats disappear and looks like I have to add people again when Discord needs update and I haven't updated it. Like it just does weird stuff. That's how I realize in general apps that need update, because they just start acting weird. So don't go the way they're supposed to go. But yeah, so I don't know how we should like proceed with this, because both of us like know quite a lot. Maybe just generally like episode by episode is gonna be fine. Like arc at least.
Yeah, well, I'll probably start at the. Should we start at the beginning where we talk about how
the full beginning. I think like because the beginning is kind of four episodes technically, because I don't remember if the Nichiren guy, the guy that makes the swords, shows at episode 4 or 5. I think at episode 4, because then we go to first mission kind of stuff. But yeah, when I first started watching it, I remember I watched episode 1 several times because I got so hyped. The music is incredible. My god, dang it. I love the music, and also the CGI for the snow. The snow!
Oh yeah, no, the graphics in general are just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, even though I don't like when people say like the graphics and whatnot, like made the show in like this on the storyline, which by the way I don't think that is the case with Demon Slayer, but like yeah, they're incredible, and in general the style is a bit different, even if we exclude the fact that you see the like attacks with the swords and whatnot. But the style is very much like the manga, but just made colorful. The line work reminds me a lot of the manga. You don't see that kind of different line work most of the time, even in like big anime series where maybe the original is not like so flat line, just like unchangeable like lines around the face and whatnot. So that immediately grabbed my attention. But one of the first things that kind of stood up to me for some reason was the guy that stopped Tanjiro going into the forest, like the grandpa, because he looked so freaky. When you zoom to his face, it's like demons are coming, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, I know there are some speculations on him, but I think he like was a demon slayer, or at least, or was someone who had seen.
I mean, yeah, it sounds like his family was killed by demons for some reason, and somehow he survived. At least that's my impression of him.
Yeah.
But also,
I'm not sure. Apparently, he's been in that town for a while, but obviously, like kind of like hermited.
Yeah, I mean, especially he lives kind of in the forest, which is, somehow to an extent, excluding what's happened to Tanjiro's family, but to an extent it's smarter to live outside because, more people are inside, so demons can go in there. They can use the fact that, people are alone outside, but there is pros and cons for both things, basically. But also the thing that he said wasn't the most assuring thing. Like, Tanjiro is asking, demons won't come inside, right? And he's saying they will come, and you're like, okay, but how the fuck we like fight that then?
Yeah.
Playing Russian roulette, hoping one of the demon slayers is close, which kind of happened with Tanjiro, and kind of didn't work. Also, I was surprised how graphic they made the death, especially I think the small brother, not the one that's a bit older, that was kind of tsundere, but the small brother was the one that was lying kind of with his head tilted, broken on the back. I was like, I don't know why, but his specific position was in my head very gruesome, like very much. That's not shonen, but that's seinen.
Yeah.
In general, I don't think that Demon Slayer can be seen as typical shonen. Like, it's not as bad as seinen gets, even in more like not so messed up seinen. It's a bit like the Gray Man. The Gray Man is still seen as shonen, even though it's darker than Demon Slayer. At least at some points, gets very, very messed up. But they still count it as shonen, which is very weird for me. Like, living corpses everywhere. I don't think that this is shonen, but okay.
Yeah, let's just make weapons out of corpses and then have a gesture that just comes around and
we should someday, when we have like others have finished our biggest behemoth of a task to watch Demon Slayer and discuss it, at one gap probably when we don't have to watch it and discuss it after that, since I probably am gonna finish it before it starts again, or just wait for season to finish and then binge watch it. We'll see what I'm gonna do. But yeah, we probably can watch rewatch The Grey Man. I haven't seen the continuation either. I just know a bit of that because me and randomly finding spoilers.
I
Yeah.
I need to finish it for sure because it's been a while. It's been a bit since I last saw it.
But yeah, so I was surprised how wasn't fully surprised, but I'm like, oh, they go dark. Okay, that's that's nice because that means that I don't know, when I see scenes like this, is like the plot armor of characters won't be there, or at least won't be ridiculous and unreasonable, which is both scary because you get attached to people that can die, but also I don't want to shade Fairy Tail, but I don't want Fairy Tail. The plot armor there is humongous. Nope. But the opposite also is not good. Where everybody dies for almost to no reason. Akame Kill. I yeah. I mean, I still like Akame Kill. I like the stories. Just Jesus Christ, everybody dies. But yeah, I like that. And then my kind of animation / cinematography nerd in me died because of the way the way the sword impacts people or objects in Demon Slayer is incredible. Even the first scene when Gyu basically is the scene where he used the back of his sword to struck Tanjiro, where he was
Tanjiro. Yeah.
where he, the the weight you can't see of it because of the pointing. It's so cool. And the sound. And obviously, you know, but like chat doesn't know, so, and people that will later watch this, but I am borderline obsessed with Cube. Thing close to nothing with him, but no part of his story, which is why I'm like, oh, I don't want to see him because I know it's gonna be sad. No, but I also, you're one of my favorite characters of the whole show. Also, and are voice acted by one of my favorite voice actors, which, you know, but yeah, I really like his design. And something that I noticed since I watched the episodes many times, since I watched reactions of them, is when he talks to Tanjiro and, you know, talks about like, or rather there is like inner dialogue when he's like talking about how Tanjiro has to like collect his rage and use that, and you see how they pan to the blade, and I'm like, yeah, that storytelling, I fucking love it.
It's like, projecting much?
Yeah, what I like about you, even without going into spoiler territory, you know, after episode 13, but it's clear that like he has obviously there is a reason why he's unreasonably like self-deprecating, you know, but it's not like the typical person that sends the main character to the first teacher, because that's a big trope in you know, in shonen, but where they are they don't see themselves as wrong, because he was like bashing Tanjiro for showing his back at somebody so he can't be, you know, killed basically, but at the same time in his mind was like, if I wasn't late, and you're like, okay, we have somebody who is not like over the top confident. I like that. In his case, it's way too little confidence, considering what we know about him in the future and what's gonna happen, you know. I can't wait for episode 20, because, you know.
Well, there's multiple things that happen in episode 20 or around episode 20, to where it's like, oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for you to see.
I was thinking, you know, to at least see till 17, because I know that like a bit jumping forward, but we're gonna go back to this. But like, I know Zenith is gonna go crazy again after episode 12, but I was so sleepy. I was like, I need at least 1 more hour of sleep. In that hour, I could have like watched at least 3 or 5 or 4 episodes, like, because I would have had like 3 hours before we start, but I was like, I barely can stand. No, I need 1 more hour of sleep. So I kind of was like,
yeah, no,
the thing with me is my mind is not so affected of lack of sleep. I literally can't think pretty much on the same level with 2 or 3 days without any sleep, but my body gets so tired I literally can't move. So I was like, I want to watch, but also I can't even get up of the bed. Oh no, we need more sleep. Okay. But yeah, so even if I didn't know what I know about you, I think the characterization they made was very cool. Like the panning to the blade, the fact that you know, when he says like, I know, as in what is to lose somebody, you focus on his back, which you later gonna realize why they did that. And I'm like, oh my god. Because you can't see the Haori the most on the back, you know, the fact that it's split into 2 colors. And I'm like,
yeah.
oh, I'm like you could tell that there is something, even it just, the positioning is weird, but makes sense, and you're like, okay, he lost somebody. Okay. Also, I find it interesting when Urukudaki introduces like the concept of demons and demon slayers, the demon that they showed looked very much like Gyu. It's literally his hair. I was like,
Yeah,
what? Okay. And it's also cool that after that they show like different blades, like the battlefield, and each demon slayer has different blade, which is alluding to the fact that Nichiren are different colors. Which is
yeah.
ooh, just low cinematography shit.
And rewatching some of it has put into clarity of some things, like when like some of the flashbacks, and also some of the when they were talking about they were wanting the Nichiren sword to be a bright red.
Yeah, I mean, spoiler alert, but yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense that it was supposed. I find it funny. I saw that some people don't like the type of comedy that Demon Slayer has, where they put kind of slapstick comedy in seemingly semi at least serious moment, which is like the Nichiren guy going batshit crazy about the sword and reaching and grabbing tangerines. Like, I'm 37. I was like, okay, I like that comedy, but I had seen people having problem with this type of comedy in shonens that are darker. I had seen several reactors fully drop Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood because they think that since the anime is so serious with the topics that it has from the start, it makes no sense to have like this slapstick comedy at the same time. So some people straight up have dropped it, and I'm like, huh?
Why?
What? What?
Yeah, I don't understand that
I
concept.
yeah, it's because like it has dark elements, almost sane in both cases. It's like it feels kind of almost whiplashy for people apparently, which I like. I don't mind this type of comedy, but in my opinion, it also comes from how much of anime have you seen. Like, there are anime tropes that they're just tropes, are gonna be there no matter what. Like the slapstick comedy in serious series is a trope. And things like fan service being almost everywhere is a trope. So at some point you stop caring that this Japanese is like overly fan servicey for the only for that. Like for example, I almost dropped Overworld because of that. Like because of the first season, first episode. I mean. And then one day I decided to watch the second episode. I was like, okay, the fan service is not so much, so we're back on track and finished the first season. But some people just kinda are not used to, even if they had seen anime, I suppose. But yeah, I like the comedy, especially when a bit in the story further we like join with Zenith, who is like, you still fix yourself.
This is freaking Zenith. Yeah, no. It's like, I don't mind him, but he is one of my least favorite characters of the anime. Like, not to say that means he's like a bad character or anything like that. It's just like,
Yeah, he can't be much if you don't vibe a lot with the trope of character he has.
that
But
the crybaby one. It's just like,
yeah, the crybaby one, which generally sometimes like characters like Zenitsu sometimes are either second, like in the group of like friends and whatnot with shonen, or are even the main character, like Asta from what was the name of the anime? Black Clover.
oh,
Yeah, Asta starts like absolute crybaby. Technically, some people would say that Deku starts like such, but that's stupid. No. um,
crybaby in a different sense, more
yeah,
like just tearful.
yeah. I mean, person who has emotions, Jesus. Uh, yeah, but yeah, I understand why some people don't like Zenitsu. I didn't have problem with his trope. Like, it wasn't annoying to me because he actually, like, he had his outbursts for like several minutes and then was like nice and like just scared because he's scared. Uh, but yeah, so I really like Urokodaki. Also have a bunch of like
Urokodaki,
speculations
yeah.
about him. I have so many speculations about him. He literally looks like the shadow of the guy who is like the main in Hashira. For some fucking reason, some people think that, like the guy that is the guy or a woman. I saw something that makes me think that it may be a woman, even though it was kind of masculine voice. The one when they made the exam that says like 5 more kids, that holds the crow with the like thing on his neck.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had seen many people thinking that that person is the main, and like the hair is totally different. That person looks short compared to the like elongated guy for like Hashira that is on the opening. I'm like, no, it's not them. I don't think so. But
Spoiler. Yeah, no, I get. It's like I wish I could say.
I'm sorry that I didn't watch more.
No, you're good. You're good. You'll understand by the end of the season, because it actually like straight up shows all the Hashira and all the and like the leader.
Okay.
So you'll get to see.
Yeah, but I really like Kurokodaki, and the fact that he was ready to take care of Nezuko because he was suspecting that like he was thinking that Tanjiro not gonna come back, which is like nobody came back almost with some exceptions.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he also didn't. I have a feeling if Irokodaki knew what was the reason why they were not coming back, he would not have kept doing the
Yeah,
fox
of
mask.
course. Like, yeah, this is kind of maybe because he did like the expectation is not that the demon to survive for so long, since like this is almost 50 years of people going there for exams. Like, we saw that guy that was used for exposition, like the guy that didn't survive the exam that Tanjiro first tried to save. Like he was saying, it's insane that you can't be alive for so long in this place since the place is used to kill you guys to train us. Like it's kind of hard to wrap your head around it. And of course he wouldn't use the same masks. Like even if he was going to send people there, you know, if the case is similar like you like asking directly for help, which obviously Orokodaki would have said yes. I doubt that he would have sent them probably if they are like at the borders, but wouldn't give them the masks.
Actually, you know what? I have a feeling that if Urokodaki knew which demon it was after so long, I have a feeling he would have gone there personally and
of course he would
care
have
that
gone.
demon.
Of course he would have gone. Yeah. I'm absolutely sure that he would have gone. Like he's not somebody who is the type of trainer who literally is gonna make that. I'm the last person to talk about Naruto because I haven't seen much of it. Like most of things is from the original season, and then a bunch of spoilers and random scenes from Shippuden. But he's a lot like Kakashi in the sense of at the beginning of the training he was a dick. He was like, "Oh yeah, I can't fucking kill you. I'm gonna throw you out because you don't know what the reality is." He's the same type of like harsh training, almost killing your pupils because you love them. But
yeah,
I didn't expect the time skip.
Oh, what in Shippuden or the?
No, Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah, Demon Slayer.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, the year and a half in the mountains, up in the mountains, and then like
2 years.
No, I'm saying year of training, and then like another year and a half of like actual, like him trying to get the boulder.
No, it was year and a half. Like it was year of training, then half year Tanjiro fought the boulder himself and couldn't do it. Then Sabito and Makomo showed, and it took him 6 months to then the way that Makomo like was correcting his moves and whatnot, so he can't beat Sabuto, which meant he could break the border. So 2 years, and then 15 more days before his actual first mission, because the crow came when the Nichiren guy showed, and he was there 15 days later. I wish I remember dates the same way when I had history classes.
Yeah, no, that would be good. But
Uh,
yeah, so I was watching something. So these demons that we have, they're you watch the sub version, right? The Japanese version.
I had watched both in both versions,
Yeah.
dub and sub.
So you know how anytime, normally Japan normally we will think of just yokai as demon.
I mean, depends.
You
They
notice
have
how,
a bunch of different demons, so but yokai is like generally the word demon. So yeah,
or at least that's how English generally interprets that word.
yeah.
You notice how whenever they talk about demons in Demon Slayer, it's not, they don't call them yokai, they call them oni.
Oh yeah, it's different because one of the reasons is because Demon Slayer uses older Japanese. Um, they use in general. I am not very good at recognizing older words, but had heard several times uh, to use words that are typical for series that are set in older times. Like especially when they are repeating like almost identical stories to actual Japanese history, and they use kind of old school Japanese. And only in general, I think is used as more like menacing version of the word demon. Like yokai is generally like spirits, and you know they can be good spirits too. But like oni is like demon, demon. I'm gonna eat your head type of demon.
Yeah,
I haven't
sorta.
noticed that. I haven't noticed that actually. That they use oni only, but it makes
Yeah,
sense.
that. So I just got done watching or rewatching someone I watch about yokai yokai lore in general.
Mm-hmm.
So how it is before a certain time, uh the yokai, you know how yokai are like in classifications now, like oni,
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. You mean like the different
the
types
different
of
the different
demons? Yeah, and
yeah. So before that classification, it was, they only had one word to describe all of them.
mm-hmm.
Oni.
Okay, yeah, and then like myths and stuff start showing up, and people start thinking of good and bad and whatnot, and so there are a bunch of different.
Oh, well, no, it's they've always had it. Like even when the first mention of Oni, there were the I think it was like Oni were just people who, some were just like born out of malice, born out of malice, and like the
Yeah,
demons
I mean
of
they
nowadays, where it's like,
in different cultures they always use like the demon for the first start using it for people that there is something wrong with them, and then they build like legends around it, and you know because often it just starts as a way to call different people out, especially if they look different and whatnot. Um,
yeah. And then there's like the Oni, like Shuten Doji, where he was born smart, uh is very witted and very high in class, but everyone shunned him for that.
mhm.
And one
Oh,
day
that sounds
he
like what I
put
suppose Muzan story is gonna be fun.
and one day he put on a Oni mask and
Okay.
kill and either, I can't remember if he either scared someone or killed someone, probably killed someone. Uh, and then by the daytime, he was in horrified. He was horrified that he could not take off the Oni mask.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's
So
interesting.
he pretty much the because there's the main oni, which are like created evil, and or uh, of that time, created evil, and then there are those that uh pass that threshold of humanity.
Yeah.
So similar to how we are seeing all these different oni in the anime,
Yeah.
in Demon Slayer, because many how this person s- how this person says is Nezuko is a half demon because she has not passed that threshold. She has
Ah,
not consumed human flesh.
who says that?
She has not killed someone.
Yeah, but who says that? Like, who says that she's
Uh,
half demon? Like the
like sorry, the YouTuber that I was watching.
ah.
Uh, I,
I mean,
because
I was like, when Urkodaki said that, I haven't heard it.
no, yeah. Everyone in the anime itself calls her a demon just because of she is, but how everyone uh, how most like yokai enthusiasts will see it is because they haven't passed
Ah,
that
okay. I
threshold
just didn't realize
of
what you're talking for like 5 minutes, and I was like, wait, what? And then I realized, oh, you watched somebody. Okay, that makes sense.
yes. Sorry.
No, no problem. Like, I am interested in stuff like that. It's just that I think my brain in the anime mode, and it didn't switch to the fact that you talk about somebody who is like concentrating about the like story of yokai. I was like, wait, what? But yeah, I mean, I think in general what we can gather from the first 13 episodes um, is that if they don't eat flesh immediately, yokai, yokai, the demon. I was about to use my actual language. What the fuck? The demons end up like Nezuko, like in kinda half state. I don't know if all of them would have had the same quotation mark price to pay, which is sleep. But at least from what I see, like what I think is that if they stop them from eating immediately, they're not gonna lose their humanity immediately. I doubt that everybody's gonna be lucky draw like Nezuko, where it's like, um, she's just bold and kind of becomes more human with time, because I know that at the future, like, she can't go on a sunlight. I can't see that. But in general, I think that it comes like with the misunderstanding of the demons. Speaking of misunderstanding, some people were like, many people think that the reason why Nezuko sees people and demons like her family is only because of the suggestion that he gave her, which is like, as I said, suggestion is just like idea. Is not like that he brainwashed her to think like that. I'm like, no, she just, if it was that was the case, she wouldn't see the demon lady with the boy that's tsundere as people, because they are demons, and the suggestion is for her to see, humans as her family.
Yeah, it's like a pseudo brainwashing thing. It
It puts the idea. It's not like a full-on command. You will see everybody like that. Like,
yeah, it's not like full on sleeper agent sort of thing.
yeah,
It's just more of like a meant something to adapt her mind into thinking.
yeah. Like, she has her own will, obviously. Like, it's
Mhm.
not like she's mindless. Which, by the way, it's so funny how the first demon you see after Nezuko turning into one is one that speaks, and people are like, they can't speak, and I'm like, obviously they can't speak.
Yeah.
What?
I-
I think because many people expected demons to be literally mindless killers, uh, which would have destroyed a bunch of drama that happens. And like
oh yeah, no.
one of the strongest points in Demon Slayer, where you start to empathize with demons like Tanjiro. You basically become Tanjiro with time, where you like start sympathizing with them, which is kind of sad considering that he's gonna lose his empathy with time. I think, giving of what I know. It's literally like I am like Tanjiro. It reminds me a lot of Gon from Hunter x Hunter, but it's even scarier because of the resolve he has. I watched 13 episodes. I said, I don't like that episode. Just was like, God, you're scary with your resolve. He's probably one of the few main characters in shonen that are so confident in themselves, but are not cocky. Because like many are confident, or at least are kind of braggish. Again, sorry for the comparison, but like Naruto, it's not like he wasn't skilled, something was stopping him, but it's different. Tanjiro is literally like, I can't do it, I can't beat the crap out of these people, even if my body is broken. Nobody can say shit to me, and you're like, okay. Also, he's very proud, like when he was in the his first mission, fighting the demon that can split in three.
The swamp demon.
Yeah, and was in the swamp, but he was like, who? He was thinking like internal dialogue. Who you think I am? Where do you think I have trained? And you're like, confidence. And he wasn't wrong. Like he basically made them into like shredded them for a meat pie.
Yeah, and speaking of that arc, do you probably remember the whole where the human that he was protecting lashed out and was like,
I mean, that's my favorite.
pretty much telling him like, you don't know what it means to like suffer or to see that. And it's like we're all just like, oh no.
Yeah. And I think for the guy it's even more painful that he realized it just by seeing the kindness in Tanjiro's eyes. He was like, oh, I am the bad one here, yeah. His hands also, I like that they keep constantly the detail on his hands, because during the training, especially during the part where Sabito was his teacher, his hands like were constantly with wounds and whatnot, which is like obviously gonna leave scars if you don't heal them and you just perpetually use them while they're wounded. And I like stuff like that where again, lack of plot armor where the characters have scars and whatnot, because not always in shonen the characters have scars, even if after
based on the fight.
Big stuff, unless it's like something drastic, like somebody like almost cut them half off or something. Which is something, for example, that also Boku no Hero does, where obviously after breaking your hand and fingers and whatnot bajillion times, you're gonna have scars. But for Deku, so I like that. And I think it's very funny that Sabiton, funny is the wrong way to put it, it's like so showing how important like side characters can be, because the fan base for Sabito and Makomo is so big, and we literally see them for half episode.
5, yeah. It's like everyone loves those two, and yeah, it's just like
I won't figure in of Sabito so much. I won't figure it. Also, the fact that his voice actor is Eren, you could see like the rage in his voice. It's like that's Eren, yeah. Especially when he got very like started laughing maniacally. I was like, yeah, hello Eren, hello. Makomo was kind of eerie too.
Like, yeah, it was more like a different type of eerie.
Yeah, she's creepy. While Sabito is literally like positive way of showing bloodlust. I don't know how to explain it in other way. was like, I'm gonna train you to death. Yeta. But his smile, oh my god, I have favorite scene from like not each episode, but probably each of the main episodes in each arc, like how the swamp guy arc, like my favorite scene. I have two scenes. One is when actually three. One is when the guys like sees Tanjiro's hands on his eyes and realizes that Tanjiro suffered a lot and got trained like crazy. Obviously, you wouldn't be Demon Slayer just out. First of all, how do you think that he became Demon Slayer if he haven't trained a lot? Like what?
Well,
That doesn't make sense.
it gets a little
Like even if you don't
it
know about
gets a
them.
little more it gets a little more explained later, but because the Demon Slayer Corps
It's more
nobody
like legend.
since nobody well it's since nobody knows about demons, like not a lot of people know about demons, it's only people who know about demons know about the Demon Corps.
Because it seems like, oh, that's why the old guy knew because he's old. That probably had once seen the demons for sure because they killed his family of Tuvers was Demon Slayer at some point, probably. The guy that sheltered Tanjiro. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes. The other favorite scene of that episode is when Tanjiro cut the mouth of the demon. Like, this was one of the first times when I was like, oh, that's why he's gonna become what he's gonna become. Like, you see glimpses of like no remorse, kind of very messed up dark shit that he does. Obviously, the demons are not better than him, and he's technically in the right, and he was speaking bullshit. But you see like glimpses of like menace and like something that doesn't click fully well with the character, and you're like, oh my god. I like it though. I was like, nice. You would have approved. Nice.
That also gets a little bit of a little explanation in the later on. It's just more the fact that he cares too much about humanity.
I mean, obviously, yeah, but at the same time, there is a. You know what it reminds me of? Sorry if I had asked you before. I have stupid memory, but how much you have seen from AOT? If you had seen it a lot at all.
Attack on Titan.
Yep.
Season and a half.
Okay, so you had seen it. The scene where Eren. By the way, spoilers if you for some reason haven't seen AOT. The scene where Eren like stabs the people that attack Mikasa's parents. It has the same. It has the same fucking. Like, it's logical thing to do. It's just like something's not alright here. Like, it's the right thing. Obviously, he had to defend her, but like in his case was like some small child literally having no panic in his eyes, killing somebody like in the most like assassin way, and then like you stabbing people repeatedly. And then this was like Tanjiro is kind and want to save his sister, and demons are bad, but he has he has like empathy for them, and for some reason the way that he did that didn't fully click in that explanation. That's why it comes off, at least for me, that's all like, ooh, I see glimpses of something bad in a good way because I like the character a lot, but ooh.
Yeah, but we also kind of do get to see that arc because remember how initially with the temple demon, where he like was refusing to kill him pretty much.
Wonder what smell would have Urokodaki felt if he was behind Tanjiro when he cut open the mouth of that guy. That would have been interesting smell, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Since Urokodaki literally smells intentions, which by the way later on I like the fact that each equivalent of that skill is the same. By that I mean that Zenitsu can do the same but with sound, which is even more impressive because like I don't know, you can't pick up on the vibes of people in general as everyday normal person, especially if you're more observant, which kind of overlaps with sense of smell a bit more than sound in my head. So I was like, ooh, that's OP, Jesus Christ. Um, I mean, in general, we know that Zenitsu technically at the beginning is the most OP of them. At the beginning, which is like the most scared one is the most like most roasted in skills at the beginning. What the hell? That's why many people don't like him either. But like,
Uh,
because his skill is like,
yeah, however, it's like he's OP, but it's only when he's asleep.
yeah. And the last favorite scene from that arc is Muzan coding like the demon and being like, the first time you hear actually Muzan speaking. I didn't expect that voice at all, or that cadence. Like I don't know what I expected. It wasn't that for sure.
A lot of people were expecting something similar to Michael Jackson, just because of how he looks.
What the fuck? I don't know.
But
I expected not so breathy tone. Like his voice is very much like he's constantly half tired. Um, it's not near speech so much. I don't know what I expected, but wasn't that, but I liked it a lot. And also the soundtrack, that menacing sound of like when you first like see his silhouette, like when Rukodaki is talking and like the screaming of people. It's like, yeah, that's the death itself reincarnated, bro. It's you don't go near that thing. Nope.
yeah,
Um.
and end up fighting him. It's just like, oh, fun.
Yeah, and then you go into the next chapter, so to speak. I can't imagine how people felt, anime only especially, because obviously manga readers knew that it's gonna happen, but how people felt when they first saw the main villain of the whole story randomly thrown into town in like 7th or 8th episode of the series. Like, it probably felt so like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, it was just like, for me, it was just like, oh no, oh no 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 no, like Tanjiro, get the hell away before the series just gets cut short. Like,
Yeah, it's so like it's so surprising, but actually kind of makes sense. Um, it's if you're like however old he is, but like even if you're 100 years old, even 100 years old, but that's something that doesn't age and whatnot. Like you're kind of omnipotent almost entity. You're kind of want to blend in, I suppose, even if you weren't like trying to hide from something. It made sense, but also I was like, what? I just lost my mind when I saw that.
yeah, I saw the little girl and the wife.
Oh yeah. It was like classic, like blending in, the villain, and of course his family is so pure that they literally can't see. I don't know what profession he's telling them he's practicing, but I can imagine him like faking being like a doctor or like
Yeah,
lawyer or
I
something
think he
like
was
this.
a doctor or something like that.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense because he, technically, I assume he can't help people if it was for him to actually do something good. Like Tamayo, that she's a doctor. Also didn't expect
Speaking
her.
of,
Yeah, they didn't expect you to show what. Also, her like human art is beautiful, but also scary as shit. Jesus. And also, it's so funny how you like many people first when they watch don't pick up on the fact that Muzan looks kind of like it's between an annoyance and like fear. Even at the beginning when Tanjiro is screaming and he's like backing off the screen, and you see how he's making like, but it's like his eyes are like, oh fuck. Yeah.
yeah, no, it. I know so much now. It's like I know so much now because of the last season that the previous season that came out. It's like I know so much.
But you can't tell. This is my way to paying for you because I know that my chat is gonna make me listen to your ASMR, which is worse enough. So we're even. But yeah, that and also it's very like again, Demon Slayer is very good at characters, like putting characterizations for like people without like directly explaining who they are. Like from the start with Tanjiro being very good in the terms of like he probably didn't have any money and still was ready to pay and like insisting with his whole like being to pay for the like thing like that later he's using to hello Firestorm, that later
The
he's
Firestorm.
using to bring like Nezuko around, like the basket, like he was so insistent. And it's like
I insist. Take it.
yeah, fully. Thank you for the hydrate. And then there is like Gyu, you know, the way you hear his like without his inner dialogue, you feel like he is like you suppose that he's gonna be good guy, but you feel like he's far gone in terms of hatred to the demons. But then you hear his inner dialogue, and you're like, oh, he's just most likely projecting, and also he feels guilty, you know. And it happens like with Muzan too, where he had kept himself composed, even though the drunk guy was like annoying him, till they started like bashing his looks on the fact that he looks like dead and whatnot, which is like trigger for him, obvious. Then he was like, "Are you dead? Absolutely dead."
I also know of the reason behind that is because that
no spoil.
No. I know the reason though. It's just like
I mean, I assume yeah. But
you can theory craft on the reasons, but
yeah, I mean, I think for theory crafting, like, I'm trying to piece out my own, piece up my own lore to just kind of remembering stuff based on another story is nice. But it's something that struck me as interesting is that he put the most like cruelty and rage on the least guilty person. The girl out of like the big guy tried to attack him, the small guy was annoying, the girl was just witness, but she got the cruelest ending. I think, at least in my mind, that's the cruelest ending, like turning slowly into a blob and obliterating, like
yeah.
also like the way they made him like her face was like, and in the ally the small like street, and I'm like, oh, the implications of that. Oh no, no. No. But yeah, and then you like realize how scared he is, and you see that flashback of what I assume is Tanjiro's father giving the ending, where you see like Tanjiro and the rest of the family like having a happy time. Because you see like the same hair, like similar clothes, like in the back of the screen, like not center image of course, because you have to keep it secret, but you know. But yeah, you see that, you're like, okay. I don't know why, but my first thought was like, generational trauma on both sides, nice. It was like, okay, that's gonna hurt in many ways, because it is clear like where the story is going in terms of like trying to understand both sides. Both sides have good and bad people, and I have very weird speculations for can be good and bad on both sides.
Yeah. Because like sadly sadly we because we get to see the kind of like the last remorse of what they've done before they die.
Oh yeah,
Pretty much like
yeah. Oh, it's
sadly
always
that gets less and less, but it still occurs. It just happens less often. But that's
uh,
also because uh we mostly get to see uh m- less demons show up later on.
yeah, because that's their work. With time, there's gonna be this. But I think that it's done very well. It doesn't feel redundant, even though the plot line of the events with the demons is kind of the same. Like, he finds out that there is a demon. He goes there. At first, there is problem relating to the demon of like they have to search it or something. Then
Hmm.
he loses his resolve to some extent and then brings it back, and or he has something like to overcome. Depends. Like the big demon that was killing Korokodaki's people, and also the demon with the drums was both cases where he lost resolve, but the swamp demon was when he was having problem with like didn't have enough main power to like Nezuko woke up. Uh, and
Yeah.
after that he uses his the fact that he's very innovative with what he does, and also the fact that he literally has the same level of resolve as Eren to kill Titans, Jesus, and finds a way to like beat the demon, and after that shows like respect and or understanding. It's always that thing, but just feels different because they work well enough to make it feel very, very different, even though it's like the same path, so to speak, of repetition.
Yeah.
Mm.
It um
Oh, I
the
my brain forgot the Tamari, you know.
the Tamari lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. I I still love those two, even though they were like minor characters. It's like I love the design
Yeah,
of the
their
Tamari.
design and the dynamic of them is very funny. One is like uh, obsessed with cleanliness and everything, which is very weird considering that he's literally using his arms, like the eyes on his arms, to for the paths and everything. It kind of doesn't make sense with the fact that he's obsessed with cleanliness. And then the Tamari one that's actually a child, which is so sad. And the fact
Yeah, and it's like I can only imagine if they like, and part of me was actually kind of hoping they can like get a scene in to where it's like
where
where
she's playing with the
they are
ball.
like kicking the ball back and forth.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When they're kicking the ball back and forth, could you imagine if they like soft cut into like Nezuko and that girl as kids just kicking the ball back and forth like normal,
Yeah.
actually playing?
What would have happened if demons weren't a thing and they were just regular kids? Oh god, that would have hurt so much. I
Oh yeah.
ooh, 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 ooh. Even if it was with the boy, like with the guy, it still would have hurt. Like, the whole concept that also they believe that they're from the 12th is also, one of the things that pissed off Tanjiro so much, and made him hate Muzan even more. It's because, like, you made them believe in something that's not true, so they obviously were thinking that they're stronger than they are, um, which is, uh, uh, but also something that I find like one of the things that show how much resolve Tanjiro has. The fact that he had broken rib and broken leg and couldn't even hold the sword, but he was like, I'm gonna use my teeth.
I'm gonna become Zoro and just use my teeth.
The first time I saw that, and everybody that I had watched reactions of were like, the resolve, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, that resolve to protect his
Yeah,
sister and
yeah,
protect the other two as well.
even Tamayo was like. Also, when Nezuko like pats the head of the guy and he's like, "What the hell you're doing?" And 1 second later, look out! Like he turned into like a brother mode very fast. He was
Yeah.
like, first like flustered. Obviously, his tsundere character, you know. And 1 second later, look out! You know, immediately like became kind of supportive. Also, I was surprised that they can borrow like abilities from demons, which is very handy. With the fact that he gave him his sight, so he can see the arrows.
The arrows, yeah.
Uh,
'Cause I think that was mostly due to his. I don't know if like every demon could see that or if it was just him because of his blood art.
no, I think it's everybody. Because Nezuko could see them for sure. Um, I think that humans can't, but his blood art is, you know, the invisibility thing, and probably, you know, the fact that he can send his skills to people. Probably, I don't know how that works since I haven't seen a lot of the series.
I cannot wait for you to see the spider arc.
The
Ah!
the cut later on when Tanjiro was sending the bullet was very like surprising. Also, okay, like when Tanjiro put the thing in the backpack of the cat, my first thing, like I literally spoke it out loud. Was like, please don't meet Inosuke. You're gonna be killed. Please don't. I don't know why my first instinct was like cat hide, and then the cat was like, okay, the cat is invisible or whatever. It's going to Tamayo. Nice. Inosuke can't fucking go after the cat. Like I know that Inosuke is not bad. The thing is, for now he's like loose cannon to like Tanjiro beat the crap out of him probably, which is basically one of again the shonen trope.
He's still loose cannon. He's still loose cannon.
Yeah, but it's gonna be less dangerous for our cast loose cannon. But yeah,
Yes and no.
I mean it's not like Tanjiro is very sane. You know, like considering that the person who sent him to Orokodaki's Gyo, I think it's kind of enough to explain how like loose screw you would have. I don't know. It kind of goes hand in hand. It's like, yeah, you two knew each other from the start, even if it's one like meeting. Kind of explains a lot.
Yeah, and then there's the fact that's like, because thinking about it, if Tanjiro didn't get back to Nezuko when he did, I'm just imagining Nezuko just going off and find, or even just eating the leftover bodies.
But yeah.
And also the fact that it's like, if Nezuko had been killed, Tanjiro would have been exactly like you.
Exactly. I think that there is still a bit of difference because we know that Kyo fully snaps after the second person that he cares about dies. Not fully to spoil for people, but they're technically two sides of the same coin, which is also.
Yeah.
But Gyu is humble enough and like understands the situation enough to literally be like, I'm gonna put my head for this too, yaita! Which is something I know. And more people like Zenitsu is the same. Like, what made me like Zenitsu so much? Like, I liked him after he showed his skills in episode 12, but episode 13 is what made me like the characters fully. You know, I'm like, okay, I want to protect that boy. Because like he knew there was a demon inside. He's scary cat to no end. Like he's constantly mortified. But and of course, yeah, he has the skills with his hearing where it basically like lie detector, and he knows that Tanjiro is good, but still shows like what type of person he is when he's like being so scared for his life, and at the same time he's ready to like die for that box that's with demon, and was casually walking with the guy with the demon in the box. Like I didn't expect that he's literally gonna. I was expecting that he's gonna protect, and Inosuke's gonna say like there is a demon. He's gonna like falter for a bit, and then he's gonna protect you. Angelo shows. No, the dude was like, I knew that. It's just demon. Still not like. Good boy. Good boy.
Yeah, yeah,
Ah.
and it gets interesting later on, in like next 2 episodes, I believe, for that, because they touch up on that a little bit, a couple episodes from now. But I won't spoil anything because it's
I mean,
just
giving.
funny and just it's just funny at the moment, just because it's like.
But giving also, I think that not many people kind of when first meeting Zenitsu and hearing how he became Demon Slayer, it doesn't click with the people that doesn't like Zenitsu doesn't like him because he's crybaby, but don't realize he was literally like yanked into that situation first like he lost like everything with money and whatnot because he was trusting like people enough to be like scammed, and then kind of end up being like, at least for what we know, like what I know, somebody who had seen only episode 13, that is, he was like thrown into the thing to learn to be a demon slayer with, and we know that the way Rokudaki was, and I assume that most trainers are like this, like they have their own quirks, but they're not like somebody who gonna give easy time to their pupils, because you can't have easy time and end up as it was like just there are things that exclude one another. At least in my head. Not to mention that obviously he's so skilled later, you see, you know. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. A lot of things get explained in the spider arc, uh, so it's like.
I had seen that like gif of like the girl with the purple hair, like Gyu is holding her. That's for episode 20 or 21, I think. It's like that slap thing, and I'm like, yeah, that's Demon Slayer. You have like weird out of nowhere comedy, and like, you, what the fuck is with you? It's so funny. It's funny because he's so cold, and literally has fear of happiness, but he's also weirdly idiotic sometimes. You're like, yeah, typical shonen like group of people where we suffered a lot. Most of us have trauma. Most of us are kind of angsty most of the time, but sometimes we're idiots.
Yeah, but I will say, and this is not spoiler, to my knowledge, but I initially I had mixed feelings about that purple-haired girl.
Yeah, I think it's because her vibe is very it's a bit like Makomo. She has like either sinister or creepy energy around her that makes you like doubt her, like for being a good person, especially because she seems like so like unbothered of the whole exam. Also.
Yeah, well, don't forget that's a different person. Oh.
The same.
Purple
girl, not purple girl. They look very similar. No, purple girl is the actually Hashira one. The other girl is the one from the exam with the purple hair and with the butterflies.
The one with the here, hold on. One that's not from the exam. I had.
Oh, I haven't seen her because I had seen only the exam. So. But they both have the same vibe from, like, I had seen pictures of both and both have the same, like, mystery type of woman vibes where you're like, should I trust you or you can literally kill me with my one move? I don't know.
Yeah,
both have that vibe.
For, I absolutely love, like, she's one of my favorite characters, the one that's actually from the exam. It's the mentor that you haven't seen yet is the one where it's just like,
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I feel the both have the same creepy vibe, to be honest. Like creepy, not but eerie. Like something is off. Similar. I mean, something is off with everybody that's Demon Slayers would have done that if they were okay with their head, but like I don't. Like you suspect that later on you're gonna learn about her and everything. But the first impression I at least got from the exam is that she's highly skilled because she was so unbothered of everything, and is very like there is like eerie vibe around her. Then we have Zenitsu who was like mortified of everything, and you're like, oh, okay, that guy, you know. It didn't feel like he's gonna be the crybaby. It just felt like the whole thing is too much for him. Then obviously we have the other guy that I don't know his name, but he's literally Bakugo 2.0. Not only because he has the same VA, but the energy is the same. Like fight. And then we have, Tanjiro, who is kind of the middle ground of everybody. I can't believe that he actually broke his hand. That was one of the first times that I was like, yeah, Tanjiro. Yeah. Like, the glimpses of, like, a bit more, like, stern and, I wouldn't say cruel, but, kind of changing Tanjiro. That is not, like, the boy from before, because, like,
yeah,
I'm gonna fucking break your hand. And Zenith is dying at the back, and that girl is like, yeah, I'm waiting. And of course, we don't see Inosuke because Inosuke ran to somewhere. What the fuck? I know that probably is gonna be explained, but I'm gonna say my question out loud. How the fuck he got his blades? First white too. Second, what the hell is their color? Are they black? Because I don't see color on them.
I think there's
because they're not blue, yellow, or red for sure. Like they're just swords. They look like regular swords that were cut to be like more, like to rip off more flesh, and be like more cruel to the victim,
yeah.
But yeah, in Inosuke is just, oh god. I know that we learn about the past. I also had seen Nichiren guy trying to make sword fast, like again out of nowhere, like clips from YouTube. But I assume at some point Tanjiro is breaking his sword. I assume. And then they have to remake the sword. They have to remake the sword.
Multiple times.
Urukudaki is gonna kill him. I'm gonna break all your bones. If you break your sword, I'm gonna break your bones. that was the most like typical shonen shonen story teacher line ever. Like, I'm gonna break your body for your own good. But yeah, by the way, even though we know like what's happened, like I know some of the stuff about you, even if I didn't know them, you could like read through the letter he sent to Rokudaki that he feels like the feel of the letter is very apologetic, more than it should be for the situation. It's very like
it's just like
I'm
sorry for bringing. Pretty much like I'm sorry for bringing in more trouble. Bringing another potential sacrifice.
Yeah, literally, exactly that's what I think. In introspective, when you learn about the fact that none of his, like, at least none of the people that we had seen had survived, like, were pupils of Orokudaki, since, some of the stuff we don't know at this point, it makes sense that he's so apologetic, so it's because he's literally giving him sacrificial lamb. Like,
Yeah.
And also the whole situation with the fact that there is like demon who for some fucking reason doesn't act like one. I'm like, okay. Sorry for dumping on you that whole like shebang. That's very complicated. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah. Um, I really like the fact that the guy with Tamayo was like, your sister is beautiful, and it was like, oh, finally, okay, you been like,
You could
yeah, he's just like, he looked so bad when you see the flashback of him lying on the bed. Uh, that's
Oh,
the
also, sorry, good.
that's the only person I think that she could like turn into demon only one. Yeah, she said for the 200 years, uh, he's the only person that I could turn. That
Yeah.
um, which still I don't know if like obviously I'm gonna learn watching it, but I don't know if other people can. How you even learn like teach yourself to do that when you know the originator of the like skill is the person who makes demons to begin with. Uh, but I'm slowly killing you, and I have fun. Um, Also, I felt very like I got very annoyed. I got very
With
annoyed with the teacher or whatever the hell that guy was for the um, drum guy that he was like slandering his writing. I was like, oh no, that explains why that guy is so obsessed with approval. Yada. Okay.
yeah.
Like the the guy that was kicked out of the 12. Um,
Oh, yeah. The drum guy.
yeah, that's what I said. Because like um, I don't know, maybe because I draw into stuff, but like I really hate the teacher figures. That's it.
Yeah. The one was like, this is actually I don't think it was like a teacher. I think it was like more of like an editor or someone who like publishes his work
Yeah,
or who
probably.
publishes work. So
But
who
yeah,
goes out and has a fine talent and all that.
mm, but yeah, it was very nasty. And I was like, oh yay, and then Muzan found him and gave him something that he can strive for to, you know, became the person who the guy was searching approval from, like because he's obsessed with that, you know, to his work to be like acknowledged, and his work became his demon art and like the drums and everything. Like,
Yeah.
uh, that's what I mean when
It,
I say that Demon Slayer is good with making you sympathize with like
with certain demons, yeah.
that. Yeah, with I mean to this point is with all except um the swamp one, because we like the only thing we know, if you had to watch like the credit scenes, is the fact that he had the gritting of his teeth thing even when he was alive. Uh, you know, and the fact that we saw like Mozan choking him to death before, I assume, making him into demon, because he was human at that point. He looks like human. When we saw the flashback of Mozan Ted saying him, "Don't tell about me to anyone," he looked still human.
Yeah, true.
Um, Also, that's the cruelest thing. If they say his name, they die in such a gruesome way. What the hell?
Yeah, the curse. The curse.
It was way more gruesome than I imagined. If something like, and this is still shonen. No, the
Yeah,
hell?
yeah, your cells just die on the inside
Yeah,
and or your cells turn into like a demon in itself and then get ripped apart by yourself.
yeah.
Yay!
It's horrible.
Shonen!
It's horrible. Um, but yeah,
That's cruel.
I like then that when Tanjiro was trying, to sit still and whatnot, and not hurt himself even more with his broken ribbon, like with the drum guy, the fact that he kind of stepped around the papers and then the drum guy noticed it, and I was like, oh yeah. Then Tanjiro
Yeah, no,
was like, okay.
yeah, it gave him a little bit of a reprieve, and also the instinct of him not destroying, not stomping on papers and his work and all that.
Mm,
Uh,
it was
it kind of gave him the inspiration for the that one. What was it, like number 9 of the stance?
kata the forms.
Yeah, the forms.
I mean,
The form number 9, where he's like just kind of lightly steps.
it couldn't be inspiration because he already knew, because like Urokodaki taught him the tent, so there's still the tenting that he knows. At this point, he haven't made a new one. Technically, he had made like alteration of one with the guy with the um,
The eyes.
yeah, dice
Or no?
because he used one of the technique in the other direction. It's kind of alternated it, but he's very innovative. Like he can think out of the box. No pun intended with the fact that he was like in a literal box. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's like not more like inspiration for it, but just like, you know how when you're like, okay, how can I do this? How can I do this? Light bulb
Mm,
sort of moment. It was just like it clicked
yeah,
in his head. It was like, oh, I could use that move.
yeah. But also like the sound they designed for his like bones cracking was so uh, uh, another thing like that shows no plot armor, that his wounds are still active and like hinder him. By the way, imagine if he wasn't wounded.
Yeah, without a
That
broken leg and broken ribs, it's just like, oh my.
yeah, which shows his skill. Even though yeah, that's somebody who was kicked out from the 12. He's like Demon Slayer from what, 6 months at best at that time. I mean, we don't know
Yeah.
how much he travels and whatnot. But like at like maximum 6 months, and he's like, what? He's that level.
Yeah.
Uh, and the only reason he's like kinda, if the arrow guy didn't make him use so many forms that which broke him basically, and then he fell, which broke his rib.
Yeah.
And that was just like last like move to just vent his anger basically, because he was dying anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm so excited. But yeah,
Oh, come on.
so when
One
is
second.
ever gonna happen? Am I glitching again?
Is it back? Or did it die?
What died?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I hear you the whole time.
Oh.
It's probably something with your
I
Discord
cannot.
then.
Oh, 1 second.
Hello? I'm sorry guys for the kinda stopping the conversation.
Yay! Now I can hear.
Mm, your Discord just
Discord is being so dumb today.
yeah for some reason. Uh, but yeah, there is so much more to watch, and I obviously watch other stuff. So what I think is gonna happen is like we're probably gonna have like one Demon Slayer kind of convo thingy with Midnight Coffee Talks like each 2 weeks or so. Probably we'll see because like for example next week I have with Phoenix we're finally finishing our like collab thingy. We're gonna talk about Fate Apocrypha. Yay!
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, we reached like the middle because like I had seen the show that he recommended, which was my neighbor. My neighbor is a cat, which is very cute show, and then he watched half of Fate, and then he had work to do, and then he had like a like vacation for 1 month.
Vacation.
And yeah, that's why it kind of took a long, but yeah, it's gonna be back. And also, I'm gonna torture you with like once in a while being like, Demon Slayer, Demon Slayer, Demon Slayer.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
It's just like I wish I could respond in full to these.
Yeah. uh, uh, but yeah. As I told you, like on DMs, I also gonna drag you around to watch some other shows. Like since we're on anime topic, one of the things is Osama ranking, King's ranking. That thing, I thought that it's gonna be cute and they understand the boy and everything. And they're just like, pet, people dying. Genocide happening, episode 2. You're like, what the hell is happening here? Okay.
Yeah.
It's very like 3 episodes, and I know that I will love it. Like I already am rooting for the main cast. And there is also Princess Tutu that I was like the one of the main guys in Princess Tutu. Like there are 4 main characters. There is like a guy who is kind of dead inside, literally doesn't have a soul. There is the main character Akiru, which is basically duck in human form. Like she makes a pact with a guy that allows her to transform into human, but she's like a duck. And Ahiru is literally the word for duck in Japanese. There is like the typical Ojo-sama kind of very skilled main character, like a girl, very elegant and everything. And there is another one who is called Fakir. He's a jerk that does questionable things at the beginning. I showed you a picture with him, with green hair guy. Ahiru is the dog that he was holding.
That.
Yeah. And Fakir has the same voice actor as Gyu. And they're very similar in character too. He's like, walls to protect myself, walls. But yeah, and it's very obscure is not the right word. It's very like it use imagery and stuff is kind of, it's not directly told story, and the story changes because basically the whole thing is like it's story in the story in the story, and it's so confusing. Yeah, I really like it, but yeah, I'm gonna drag you around to watch that someday probably. But yeah, next time we talk, we're gonna talk about the. Was there a movie directly after season 1, or the movies are after?
Yes.
Okay.
The movie is directly after season 1, and is technically the first half of season 2.
Okay. So I'm probably gonna talk just for the whole season, like the second part for me of season 1, and then talk about the movie and season 2 together, and then season 3 and the movie that's there.
Yeah.
That's gonna make
so the second movie is The second half of season 2, if
Oh,
I remember correctly,
okay,
and
okay,
parts of season 3.
okay, okay. Thank you. But yeah, my voice is dying too. Here's becoming late, as we know. I kind of have to keep quiet. So I also have to eat because I haven't eaten all day. Yay! But yeah, I think that this is gonna be for our talk about the first half of season 1 of Demon Slayer.
Yeah,
Thank you very
there's
much
gonna
for
be a lot more. There's gonna
yeah,
be a lot more to theory crafting that you're gonna have uh
yeah,
in the next half of the season 1.
yeah. I'm gonna like as you people know, and Grimm is way aware of because I kind of spam him with my theories. I love theory crafting. My brain can't stop working, making like ideas for stories and what the hell is happening. But yeah,
I will say some of your theories are close.
I mean, I have watched enough anime to know enough tropes to kind of, you know, you, things repeat. There is not original story in a sense, so stuff repeats in different ways. They're just like changed. So it's if you had seen like 300 stuff, it kind of helps you to pick up on ideas like Zenitsu trope for a character, how he's probably gonna end up, and like finding, for example, Gyu in like 3 another series. Takir is like him. Aki is like him from um, uh, the hell was the name of the series? Why I forgot it. The
I'm
fuck
careful
was
with names as well, so don't worry about it.
the hell was the series? What? Denji, Aki, and Power. The fuck was the name of the series?
Oh, Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, Chainsaw Man. I don't. I couldn't get off my head like Demon Slayer. It was like, what were they slaying in that anime? But yeah, you like the trope of Gyo character as like just as basis, not the whole story. Obviously, is in 3 shows that I currently watch, so you kind of find them. That's why I like him so much because I like that specific trope. You know? But yeah, I can't wait to watch more. And yeah, thank you very much for agreeing to prolong this thing so much because I watched slowly, or rather, I watched too many stuff and end up not watching the main thing. Uh,
No worries, you're all good. You good?
but yeah, I'm gonna find where I can meet my people, and also I told you guys as update that I'm gonna put the new schedule probably tomorrow night because we're gonna watch a movie, as you know, on Discord. Tales of Earthsea. I love that movie so much. Not many people had watched it, so that's gonna be fun. Wait. Let me see where I can send you guys. I'm kind of holding Grimm here with me. We eat as a full package.
Uh,
Full package
I'm
eating.
being held hostage. Being held hostage against my will.
Okay.
A joke. I really enjoy these talks. They're a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, for update for Chadu, me and Grimm like watched the whole second part of season 1 of Classroom of the Elite and like the first 3 episodes of season 2. So I'm like, like it was 7 episodes in a row.
Oh yeah, no.
You're gonna see it. I'm holding you hostage here. You're gonna see it. And the only thing that stopped us from talking after that, we talked like hour and a half after that too, was because Grimm had collab.
Yeah, I had a collab I had to get to.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna jump to somebody who is playing a Gang Beast, which is it's kinda OG uh, like how to explain it? It's very weird game. It's kind of the 3D stuff, but also like you jump around different objects. It's very weird. probably game that my PC would never be able to run its current state. But yeah, thank you again, guys, for joining. As always, be nice to the people we raid, and we're gonna see each other probably like tomorrow for sure for the movie night on Discord, but on stream it's gonna be probably Tuesday when we have collab with Phoenix, and you're gonna see what else we're gonna have that week on Monday most likely, or very late night at Sunday. But yeah, bye.
Bye.